Hello, guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Football Heritage Podcast. We've got a very, very, very special episode for you today. Obviously, it is the eve of the European Championship final, England versus Spain, and I'm here with Josh to chat about that today. Obviously, it's a big day coming up tomorrow when we're recording this. Hopefully it'll be out by the same day. So I know there's a lot of nerves involved. The nation's buzzing right now. Everyone's gearing up towards the big day. Everyone's got plans for the big day. So firstly, I just want to talk about the atmosphere of the country. Firstly, because back-to-back European finals.
That's true. Yeah.
I don't know why. For me personally, it feels different to the last one.
I think probably the difference in this one, there's a bit more expectation. I think the first one, especially because it was after the pandemic, innit? It was sort of like
it was a nice surprise.
Exactly, sort of thing where we're back into football now. Like, this one is a bit more like, you look at the team and the quality and stuff like that, and a lot of frustration as well, but now the team's starting to play a bit better. So I feel like it's just a bit more of like a bit of expectation there, but there's an excitement of, like, I think it's 50-50, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think, England should have won the last one, but I feel like with this one, there is genuine, like, optimism that, England can win this. There's a genuine, like, England are 90 minutes away from winning the first trophy since 1966, pretty much, innit? So I guess there's also that sort of weight of expectation on the players. That's what I would say.
Yes, Sydney, I feel like I'm more excited than nervous. I'm nervous as well, but I'm more excited. I feel like this time it feels a bit different. Arguably, you could say in the last European final that we're in, we were favourites, arguably, against Italy. A lot of people expected us to beat Italy, but with this one, there's a different feeling to it. Spain are the favourites. There's no disputing that. Spain have played the better football. They've been the best team in this Euros. But that don't matter when it's a final. A final, form doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how well you've played, how beautiful you've played, whether you're playing tiki-taka, attacking football, blowing teams away, 4-0. It doesn't matter. When it's a final, it's a final. And I feel like all the things that have happened leading up to England getting to the final is why I'm optimistic that we're going to win. Obviously, starting from the Jude Bellingham bicycle kick
That's crazy.
to save us at the death. Winning on penalties, no one missing a penalty, just overcoming that adversity, and then obviously the Ollie Watkins goal against the Netherlands as well. So it's things like that. It's like it's written in the stars. It's meant to be our year. Obviously, it could all go wrong tomorrow. I pray it doesn't, because everyone's got big plans and like we all know how it felt the last time when we lost, especially to lose the way that we did. But I feel like this time is different. I feel like the team has more character in them. They're able to overcome adversity and come back from challenging situations. And I feel like, I'm optimistic going into this final. So, do you want to talk about Spain, or do you want to talk about the game in general?
Yeah, let's talk about Spain. Obviously, we know the two
threats,
big threats, which is the wingers. Especially the 16-year-old.
He's 17 now.
He's 17
now.
So those are the two big threats. I feel like if you stop those two, you stop like majority of Spain's threats. Because I know Fabian Ruiz
has been quality.
Olmo, they're good players, but I feel like the two wingers really push Spain to that next level. That direct pace, trickery. You saw the goal that Lamar scored. Is it?
Lamine
Yamal. He scored.
Remember the name,
and like, it's just moments of those sort of brilliance and quality that, if you can keep that quiet, you're doing yourself a big favour. But again, you can't really stop players like that over 90 minutes with that amount of quality.
I think it's an interesting one, because obviously Lamine Yamal's been the breakout star in this Euros. Obviously a lot of hype coming out of La Masia. But now we're seeing it for our own eyes. Like, I'll be honest, I didn't watch my Barcelona. I'll tell you straight. Like, I'm not going to sit here and lie and say, I've been watching the Lamine Yamal at Barcelona. I haven't been watching Barcelona games. So to come and to see him on the world stage, light it up at 16 years old is insane. He just has that star quality about him.
It's unprecedented.
Yeah,
Precedented.
no one's done this at. No one's done that.
Let me see.
Has anyone done this at 16?
I don't remember.
Not in our lifetime. I don't.
I mean, the one that everybody goes to is Pele.
Yeah.
Pele is always the reference point for 16, 17, 18-year-olds.
Yeah. But in our lifetime, we haven't seen anything like Lamine Yamal at this age. But fair enough, Spain have their quality players. They obviously have Lamine Yamal, Williams, Fabian Ruiz, Rodri. Let's forget Rodri. But we have stars too. That's the thing. One person I want to speak about is Kobbie Mainoo. I spoke about him plenty of times on this podcast, but against Netherlands, he was just quality against the Netherlands. Like, and he's young as well. He's only 19 too. He's the youngest player on the squad. So we have our own threats, and that's the thing that I want to make a point about, is that we can't be reactive against Spain. We have to be proactive against them. We can't go there being afraid of the wingers and being afraid of Spain and how they play. We have to make Spain fear us, because we have players that Spain should fear as well. We have, obviously, Harry Kane hasn't been at his best, but we've got Harry Kane. We've got Jude Bellingham, who hasn't been at his best, but he can come up with those moments. We've got a Phil Foden now. I know I've slandered him, but he had a really good first half against the Netherlands. And if you can just take a bit of that and do it through 90 minutes, then we've got a threat there as well. We've got Kobbie Mainoo. We've got Rice. We've got bags of talent. Bukayo Saka even. Bukayo Saka's been our best player this tournament. We've got so much talent, even off the bench as well. That's the key as well. We've got very good bench options. We've got Cole Palmer. You've got Ollie Watkins, who came off the bench, scored the winner. Ivan Toney, who came off the bench and scored a penalty. Trent came off the bench, scored a penalty. You have a lot of talent in the squad, and it seems like the squad are together, and there's a lot more experience in that squad as well. So you don't necessarily have to play beautiful football to win, as long as you win. Like, I don't care if England are trash for 90 minutes and we get a 92nd minute winner. No one's going to care. No one in the nation's going to care. So we have threats that Spain have to worry about as well. That's the point I'm trying to make. But yeah, it's gonna be a big game. In terms of tactics, how do you think England are gonna set up?
You know what? One thing, Spain are not as quite possession as orientated as they usually are. They're a lot more direct, especially with the two wingers. So I don't think. I'm not looking at it as a thing of Spain are gonna have like 70% of possession and England are just always gonna have to play on the counter attack. I think England can, be on the front foot in that sense. Keep the ball, be very direct, and also at the same time keep possession as well. So I don't think it's gonna be a thing of where England are gonna be camped in their own box for the majority of the game. I think England will be able to attack and have sustained attacks as well. I think England have a great chance to win. Honestly, I think they do. I even look at Spain defensively. I still think there's question marks about how good they are defensively. I don't think they're that solid, and I feel like, let's say Saka against Cucurella, I think we can get some joy out of that. Yeah. So I feel like England. I don't know. I feel like England are gonna win. In my opinion.
Yeah, I feel like we're gonna win too, and it's rare that I'm this confident going into the tournament. I wasn't. After seeing the first two friendlies before the tournament, I wasn't as confident. If you asked me a year ago, I would have said, we should be winning the Euros, but football is football. You never know what's going to happen. But in terms of us, I think he should stick with the three at the back. A lot of people are saying go back to a back four, but I feel like with the three at the back, the balance is a bit better. Personally, I don't know, it's risky starting Luke Shaw, but I think we should start Luke Shaw.
It is a bit risky because of who he's coming up against in terms of, is he match fit enough? Because, maybe in a sense that's what Southgate's been doing, trying to build him up, giving him 45 minutes. How many minutes did you get against Switzerland? I think it might have been 20 minutes. Yeah. So it might have been slowly just building him up. So if he's fit enough, like in terms of for 90 minutes, I'll play Luke Shaw 100% because I wouldn't trust Trippier against.
Trippier against Lamine Yamal.
Exactly. So I'll put Shaw in that, and that would be the only change I would make. As much as I haven't been that impressed with Foden. Bellingham hasn't been great as well, but you might as well just keep the chemistry going.
A lot of people have been saying maybe Cole Palmer should start, but I don't think so.
I don't think you need to.
He's a good wild card off the bench.
Yeah, I don't think you need to be too like experimental. In the
Yeah,
final.
like Pep when he overdoes it in the finals and gets like tries to tinker it. I think Southgate won't. He won't tinker it. He's gonna stick with that the team that has been playing. Maybe bring in a Luke Shaw, but apart from that, I don't think he's gonna tinker too much. I think Spain will line up the same way they've lined up throughout the whole tournament. I don't think anything's gonna change in that regard. But I feel like, I just feel like we stand a good chance against them. But I want to talk about the mood of the nation and the potential of what a possible European Championship would do for this country.
It would be unprecedented because it's been over 50 years since they've won a trophy.
More than that, I think.
More than 50 years, so that's over half a century, isn't it?
Yeah, most of us haven't experienced England glory. And I've been saying to people that aren't English, like, obviously people from other countries, like say for example the French or the Italians or even the Spaniards and the Portuguese, all these countries have experienced glory in their lifetime. I said just one England Euro is enough glory to last me a lifetime. Honestly, like I just want to see this country lift a major international trophy just once in my life.
Yeah, you want to see how the mood is and just almost like the catalyst, what it leads to, innit?
Exactly, because of there's obviously like I've seen on TikTok they've already got a parade planned out if we win.
I hope they give us a bank holiday as well.
Yeah, exactly. There's been talk about a bank holiday as well, and it's we may look back at this and be like, we're getting so excited and we lost again, or we may look back at this as this was the leading up to one of in fact the biggest moment in English football in history, from in our lifetime certainly, because of not many people were there for the 1966 World Cup, and also this is the first final we've been in on foreign soil as well.
Yeah.
So all these things come into play with it, and I just feel like there's going to be like a massive unity in the nation if they do bring it home, because it's a big if, because if it can go left and it can go right. We saw last time what happened when we didn't win, and like the racism and the abuse that the players suffered. We don't want a repeat of that, and it shouldn't, regardless of the result, there shouldn't be that in football, and that shouldn't be happening anyway. But I just want to see the positive impact that it will have on the nation if England win the Euros, because like, I'll be honest, if we win the Euros, I'll be on the streets partying. I'm gonna be outside on the streets partying with strangers that I've never met in my life, having the time of my life, because of England won the Euros. And that's something I want to witness in my lifetime. I've seen other countries do it. France had their little song. Like,
I was just gonna say that recently.
Yeah, I want that for us, and we deserve it.
Yeah.
I know people say that we're English, we're arrogant, we're entitled, but we deserve it. Like, football, there's no one that, in my opinion, people can say Brazilians. In my opinion, there's no one that loves football more than the English. And I'll say that with chest. Like, we love football so much. And we deserve this moment. Will the moment come to us? I don't know. I hope so. I'm confident that it will. But we don't know. Football is football. Football is heartbreaking. But I think the Spaniards have had enough. They've had enough joy to last them a lifetime. They won 3 tournaments on the bounce. They won 2008. They won the Euros. 2010, they won the World Cup. 2012, they did back-to-back Euros.
That's crazy.
You guys have enjoyed it enough, man. Like, let us win. Let us win. Like, the Spanish, you've had enough joy to last you a lifetime. Like, allow it. It's time for us to win. But yeah, do you have any other thoughts?
You know what? It's one of them ones. You know, and another thing that we've noticed, England have gone behind in quite a lot of their games, isn't it?
Yeah, I can't lie. I'll be honest. I want us to go behind. I know it sounds mad, but I feel like when we go behind, I'd rather us go behind early first half, by the way, because it wakes the team up. Whenever we're like, it's 0-0, where we kind of play lethargically, like we're dropping back, we're allowing teams to press us. But then when we concede a goal, then we go on the front foot. So I feel like if England score first, it might be a repeat of what happened the last Euros, because we got the early goal and then we sat back and defended.
Yeah.
I feel like I'd rather Spain score first and then we score and then score again than us score the first one, because I feel like if we score the first one, Spain will score. So it's all about momentum in the final as well.
I think, you know what, that's quite an important question that we need to touch upon, is the legacy of Southgate.
Yeah.
after? What's his legacy gonna be? Because I'm saying hopefully this is his last game as an England manager. Look, he's not perfect. You know, he has a lot of flaws, but I feel like some people try and downplay what he's brought to England. Because at the end of the day, England have had great generations previously, and this is another great generation of English players that we're seeing now. I will agree the landscape of football isn't quite as strong as it maybe was before, but England is still one of the strongest teams, and we've seen strong England teams not do well as well. So what he's achieved, you know, the culture that he's brought and he's created, I feel like, you know, we have to be honest and say, you know, he's done a great job.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know if great's a overstatement, but he's done
Nothing.
He's done a job that should be appreciated.
Yeah.
You know.
Look, I've been very, very critical of Gareth Southgate. Some could say I've been his biggest hater. But I'll hold my hands up and say he's done better than anyone else has done. That's for sure. Most definitely. He's been to first tournament, semi-finals, was it? Was the first tournament 2018 World Cup? So first tournament, semi-finals. Second tournament, got to the finals. Third tournament, got to the quarters against a France team that went to the finals. In his most recent tournament, he's got to a final. Back-to-back European finals. Most managers don't do that. Most coaches don't do that. Only, what was it? Was it Del Bosque with Spain?
Bosque.
Obviously, he went to 3 in a row.
And Deschamps done pretty well.
Yeah.
Maybe
I don't think. Deschamps went to back-to-back World Cup finals. Yeah. So he's done that as well. But I will give respect to Gareth Southgate. He's got the feeling of the country up again. Obviously, in the earlier stages of a competition, there's always going to be questions about Southgate and his tactics and all that. But at the end of the day, he knows the squad, and he always finds a way to get to the latter stages of competitions. So I always give him that credit. If he brings it home, give him a knighthood.
You have to.
Yeah, knight him. If Harry Kane, give Harry Kane a knighthood too. If Harry Kane wins his first, the whole squad. Kobe Mainoo at 19, give him a knighthood. Honestly. Like, yeah, the thought of England bringing home a major trophy is just, it's crazy to me. Like, remember the times when we had Ricky Lambert, Peter Crouch? Like,
I don't disrespect Crouch like that.
Nah, Peter Crouch is he's not a legend,
Crouch.
but...
You can't disrespect Crouch like that.
But nah, bro, like, remember, off the bench, like, we had players like Ricky Lambert, Peter Crouch coming off the bench.
I'm not having Peter Crouch slander like that, nah.
Okay, let me... But now we've got Ivan Toney, Ollie Watkins coming off the bench. We've got a guy who led the league in assists coming off our bench. Yeah. So the levels have gone up. We can't deny that. We can't dispute that. Yeah.
The squad depth is definitely much better.
Yeah, definitely for sure. But yeah, I'll give Southgate his credit. He's done well to get to this final again. Hopefully he brings it home this time. Because at the end of the day, if we don't win, no one's gonna remember this tournament fondly. Like, it doesn't matter how you play. It doesn't even matter really and truly if you get to the final.
It's about if you win.
Yeah, it's all about winning. And I feel like we have, I don't know, just something's there. If we lose, it's going to be heartbreaking if we lose, I can't lie. Because it's like, when are we going to win? That's the question. Yeah. If it's not now, when? Yeah. Back-to-back European finals. The World Cup, I don't know. I think FA want to keep him for the World Cup.
No, I would let him go.
What if he loses?
Even if he didn't.
What if he wins? You think he should leave?
Either way, I think this should be his last.
I think if he leaves, he should go out on a high, maybe, possibly.
I think he's already gone out on a high, and obviously, if England don't get beat heavily, I think he will go out on a high anyway. You've led England to 2 finals. Yeah. Like no manager's done that since 1966. Yeah. So.
Did he even 2? He didn't lead them to. Did Sir Alf Ramsey get 2 finals? I don't think he got to 2 finals.
So, there is. You have to respect history, man. That's in history.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Gareth Southgate, man. I've slandered you a lot, but you've proved me. In fact, I wouldn't say you proved me wrong because we haven't won, but hopefully we do win. It's coming home. And on that note, I think that we should end it. Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this episode. Like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, we'll see you after England win the Euros. Hopefully, if not, yeah,
it's peak.
Okay, bye.